All right, what is going on, everybody? We are back here after a crazy game five in our first match of the night. We have which what some are calling Jaegers. We have the match of the night as we have 11-4 Bandits taking on 11-4 Vipers. How are you doing on this fine evening?
Oh, well, Austin, I am doing pretty fantastic myself. Can't complain. Excited for some good old fashioned Rocket League. And Austin, these two teams are a tale of two streaks, let me tell you. The Bandits started out the season hot, going 6-0, and before being taken down by the Vipers 3-2, who then went on to have a 8-1 record in their next 9 games. So, I mean, the the Vipers are in form right now and looking like a scary opponent for the Bandits.
Yeah, definitely. And Jaegers, this is one of those battles here that's always entertaining for pretty much everyone involved. As it's a battle for the division. Both these teams at 11-4. They played once earlier in the season with the Vipers taking that Game Five victory, but Jaegers, when it comes down to this end of the season with these divisional matchups, this could decide who is getting the top four seed and who may end up as that fifth seed.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, every win counts from here on out. I mean, every win counts throughout the season. That's what it's showing. If you like, even if you're 11-4, because they didn't win that one game in was it week 4? They're now in the fifth seed instead of the second. So I mean, this season's been really competitive thus far.
Yeah, it really has, and hopefully this match here for us tonight will be also competitive. It looks like we're waiting on the Vipers to hop in the lobby. One of their players may have lost connection, but Jaegers, I'm liking what we got going on here with the shirts here. We got the Nemesis merch out, yeah. Got the flame shirt. What do you think of it so far? Nemesis merch.
You know, Austin, it's very comfortable. I like it. The flame placement's a little lower than I would have liked. I will say that. Still waiting on the hat, but I'm really pumped for that bucket hat, Austin. I
Oh
will
yeah.
I will say that.
The bucket hat does look like a prize collectible, I will say. But yeah, no, a lot of Nemesis merch. While we're waiting for these guys, if you guys are interested, a link is down below. You guys can cop some Nemesis merch. We're gonna be adding some more org merch. You can buy the comic book style. You can buy the flame style. There's a lot of sweatshirts and other shirts, and there's even joggers, some socks in there. A lot of cool different designs. We'll be planning to get orgs and different teams out there soon as well. So if you guys are interested, definitely go check it out. But back to this matchup at hand, Jaegers, while we're waiting on someone to join. Um, yeah, the predictions for this one, Jaegers, in the Discord, people were a little bit split, but they actually decided to go with the Bandits here. It's 45-23 in the Discord. How do you feel about that?
You know, Austin, I'm not sure I agree with that. The Vipers are a perennial powerhouse, and the Bandits they got Frosty, who's been to a few grand finals, but wasn't able to take it home. This Bandit team is definitely very good, but I do see the Vipers lightning striking twice and Vipers taking it once again, game 5.
Okay, I'll love to see another game five. That'll be some good content here for the stream. Again, for everyone just tuned in, we're waiting on one player from the Vipers to hop in here soon. So hopefully we can get things kicked off for you guys. But yeah, should be a definitely interesting matchup. I'm excited to see. We've seen the Bandits before. Maybe Jaegers, you can talk about the rosters that we're looking at and kind of what they've done. I know we've got maybe a couple of All Stars. I know we have at least one from the Bandits in here.
I'm not too sure the rosters all star wise. I do know Puggles is a cracked player, highest MMR on the Vipers, and on the flip side, Redwater is a challenger player from last season, dropped down to prospect with the new MMR boundaries. But this Bandits team does have a few notable players: Redwater, Doctor Waffles, Frosty. I don't know too much about Doctor Waffles, but I every time I've seen him play, I do know he's been doing well.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that you don't want to be going up against if you can avoid it here. So we'll have to see what happens here as we are into things for our second matchup of the night as we have Bandits taking on Vipers, a battle for the Mountain Division lead and maybe the Mountain Division Championship. Both these teams going to be on their A games, and Jaegers, you referenced them a little bit there, but we have Dr. Waffles, Frosty, Redwater on the Bandits, and then Lore, Scrizzy, and Puggles on the side of the Vipers. And I know you mentioned a few of these guys, Jaegers. Is there one standout player for each team that you're looking at here in this one?
Well, actually, now that I look at it, Lord did play for the Venom on Saturday Night Rocket League. I believe that was last Saturday, and he performed pretty well for them, generating most of the offense for Venom. So look for him to get a few goals. And on the flip side, I mean, I know Redwater is really good. Look for him to get a few demo plays and open up some scoring lanes, and look for the Bandits to take advantage.
And we'll have to see as a shot is going on net, but it's not going to go in. Demo's Calamity in front of the net for the Bandits, but the Vipers can't capitalize as the other demo comes out from Scrizzy, the man Jaegers, who only says his own name. I swear he's a Pokemon. I don't know if you've ever seen, you were looking at Prospect General, but this man, all he says is Scrizzy. I bet if we search his messages in the Discord, it would only be Scrizzy. So we got an interesting character here on the Vipers.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in Prospect General in a minute, but I will be on the lookout for that. I mean, that being said, pressure-wise, this Vipers team pretty much has all the pressure. 4 shots on target, and on the flip side, the Bandits doing well with 4 saves, keeping it out of their net. But the Bandits do need to get out of their half just to generate some offense, because you can't score on defense, Austin.
That is very true, but they're trying to get offense right here. As here comes a shot. Dr. Waffles, the leading goal scorer for the Bandits, averaging .97 goals per game. Can't quite slot that one through, but that was a close attempt as we near the halfway point in a game number 1. Redwater in 50 down in the midfield. Here comes Frosty off the sidewall. Dr. Waffles going to get it by 1. This ball sent back in, pops up high. Puggles looking to give chase, but he can't touch. And as we pass the halfway point, Jaegers, something I've noticed is these Prospect players, they are trying to go as fast as physically possible, it seems.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing with Prospect is sometimes that's not always the best case. You do have quite a bit of time, but especially if you're just diving for the ball, especially in a league like Prospect, you are prone to have errors. And Frosty just going to put a nice one in the back of the net to open up scoring here.
Yeah, Redwater playing this one down, and no read off the backboard. Puggles was trying to block that shot in an interesting placement from Frosty. Instead of going near post of that Jaeger, somehow he shot it to that back post on the far right side.
Not only that, Austin, I think that was a bit of a pre-jump on Frosty's part. So that maybe not the best idea there, but I can't say anything.
That's true. He did go in the back of the net after all. So you can't complain too much about that result, and the Bandits are definitely happy to take the early lead here in Game 1 as they trying to get revenge for the earlier loss this season. Way back, I believe that would have been week 3 or week 4. It's Frosty looking for a shot there, but not going to go in. They're back on the attack. Here comes Redwater finding their rate. He puts it home, and the Bandits are up by 2.
And I mean, it's just a tale of two halves. The Vipers had all the pressure in the first half of the game, but in the last couple of minutes or so, it's been all the Bandits, and the difference being the Bandits able to put 2 of them in the back of the net.
Yeah, the Bandits really put some great pressure on out here, and it's working well for them, Jaegers. And I mean, it did look a little bit suspicious at the beginning, but they kind of found something here in the second half, it appears.
Absolutely. I mean, the Vipers have only had 1 shot since the first minute of the game, whereas now the Bandits, they have 7 shots to their name and about to put in another one here.
And they're looking and they're hunting for the backboard, but that one not quite gonna find his other shot going towards the net. Here come the Bandits again for the shot. It's on the goal line. It's saved away. They're gonna clear it. Somehow the Vipers do not get scored on for a 3rd time.
How did that not go in, Austin? That towed the line so close. All it needed was a diving player, but nobody there for the Bandits. And the Vipers lucky to get away with that one, albeit they need to put some goals in the back of the net if they want to come away with this game 1.
Yeah, that one just so close. I think it was Scrizzy on the goal line. He barely cleared that away. They're keeping their hopes alive, but only 30 seconds left in game one, and the Bandits are looking to take this one. This ball's popped up. Dr. Waffles, a 50 in the midfield. And Frosty, he is going to send it down, but Viper's looking for one clear. But now as we're down to 10 seconds, 2 goals going to be nearly impossible, especially with this ball going back in the Viper zone. And with this one blocked off the side, that is going to do it, Jaegers. The Bandits are going to come out here strong, taking the 2-0 victory in game one and taking the first win of this series.
Oh, the Bandits started out slow, but they really picked up the pace as the game went on. But that being said, the Vipers might want to take a step back and look at what they were doing. Like, they were performing really well in the first half of the game, and then just kind of fell off after that, not able to get another shot after 3 minutes in. But the Vipers need to figure something out to stop this Bandits pressure, because the Bandits were just taking pot shots towards the end of that game.
Yeah, and something I noticed, Jaegers, is no demos on the side of the Bandits, but Vipers, they had 4 going for their way, and I think, if I recall correctly, most of those demos were happening towards the beginning of the game, so kind of as the game went on, they didn't really get any demos, and I think that's another reason why the Bandits got those shots up, so maybe, I don't know, Jaegers, maybe that could be a strategy to try to find some more pressure and, you know, cause some more chaos in the backfield of the Bandits.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know, Austin. I feel like anything goes wrong, the answer is always to demo more. And as a, I don't know. I'm not a fan of demos personally, but I respect their place in the game. Lord getting a nice fake there. I'm not sure if you'll be able to turn it, but it was a good idea. And Dr. Waffles could have another one on the other side, but the pinch going nowhere.
You know, Jaegers, I've got to tout demos up whenever I can. You know, when you become the all-time Nemesis demo leader, Jaegers, you got to shout out demos at every occasion. They got you where you are. So you gotta respect them. But that is true. Not every team is a huge fan of the demos. Is this one just gonna go on net? Puggles, he's gonna get credit for the goal. Lord is hunting the Puggles with the banging clear. Gives the Vipers the lead.
And I think Lord faked Frosty out just enough. Frosty maybe thinking Lord was gonna get a touch there, and I mean he just didn't hit it. I'm not sure if it was calculated or not, but I mean that's gonna be the first goal for the Vipers, and immediately going to get nullified by Redwater scoring the kickoff goal to equalize this game.
Yeah, Redwater, he doesn't even jump on the kickoff. What was that? He just drove straight at the ball. It bounces right down into his car, and you know that is a prospect league kickoff, and it finds the back of the net for the Bandits. And I mean that's just that one kind of stings. If you're gonna watch that one back, Jaegers, as the Vipers, you're like, did we really just get scored on by a guy who didn't even jump on the kickoff?
Yeah, no, it's a little sus, but like I said, if it works out, it works out, and clearly it worked out for him there. Not sure why it worked out, but it definitely did.
Yeah, and Redwater happy to contribute to this team. He's been such a big part, key component to this roster for the Bandits to get them where they are, 11-4, looking for this division lead, and to see if they can pull this one out. As they've got the 1-0 series lead, they are looking to add to this lead and see if they can kind of get back. And yeah, Jaegers, if they can win this game in 4 games at the very least, they'll have the tiebreakers. So that's something to consider, since they lost in Game 5 last time. If they can win this one, the series record will be 1-1, but the game record will favor the Bandits if they can win this in 4. So you have to wonder if that's on the back of their mind here, or if maybe they're just trying to focus on getting the W.
You know, Austin, I think they're just trying to focus on getting the W, because, I mean, even with just a win here, they'll still be able to say that, like, they're 1 game ahead with 2 games left in the season after this. It would be a hard task to catch up.
That is true. Yeah, only 2 more matches after today, so it's going to require, whoever loses this game is going to require a miraculous comeback at the end of the season, but a lot to be determined. Oh my goodness, there are the demos, Jaegers. You got to put some respect on them as the demo opens up the lane.
Austin, I kind of just leaned back in my chair expecting a routine save, but Dr. Waffles had other plans. God, just decimate the defender there, and that was just a free shot.
like I said, that is the power there of the Demos Jaegers.
Oh,
As this one dangerous, but gonna be cleared away as the Vipers try to find an answer immediately. And Puggles, he is gonna
oh.
find an answer. And these TS Jaegers, they're just answering back after each other's goals.
I mean, they're not even letting the other team celebrate. Right, immediately, like 10 seconds within scoring, the other team scores. And if that doesn't show you how back and forth we expect this series to be, like, I don't know what to tell you.
That is so true. I mean, a lot of people were touting this one up as you want to watch this match. You want to see who's going to win. Is that one going to go a little bit wide? But a lot of pressure here. Here goes Puggles. The speed from that man. He's putting on a show.
You know it's awesome, but the game had slowed down tremendously, and leave it to Puggles to pick the speed right back up, being out Dr. Waffles, who's a little slow on the jump, and like that was just a good heads-up play by Puggles there.
I mean, it really was. And Puggles, he was also an all-star this season. So we got competing all-stars and Puggles and Dr. Waffles on these two teams. And it's a big reason why Puggles he's been crazy this season with his goals and trying to lead this Vipers team. He's been a mainstay all season long. It's dangerous in front of the net, but they are going to clear it away. You got to respect Puggles for sure on this one as the Vipers now take the lead. Only their second lead of the series and second of this game, actually. As Redwater find the touch off to the side there. This one out in the midfield. Here comes Puggles looking up.
Oh.
Lore is on the backboard there. Going towards the backboard. Gonna find a demo as it sets up in the midfield, but this ball gonna be cleared away. And a minute and a half, Jaegers. The Vipers finally find themselves in a little bit of control, but as we've seen, answers have been quick to come by.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, Austin, but I mean, the Bandits only have 3 shots this game. Like, the scoring pressure like has gone down tremendously for them. They're just looking for shots at this point, and right now the Vipers are thriving on the back, on Puggle's shoulders with a hat trick. Laura looking for one more, but I mean, Puggles really stepped it up this game, I find.
Yeah, like we said, there's a reason he was an all-star this season for this Vipers squad, and he's put on a clinic. As here comes Lore off the pass from Puggles this time. Puggles contributing, and Lore is finishing it off.
Lord just giving his team a little bit of a safety net, putting one in the back of the net. Redwater not quite able to get the touch on the backboard. And, I mean, Lore hits those all day.
Definitely, you can't give Lore an open shot like that. Like you said, we saw him in the prospect match on Saturday Night Rocket League for Venom, and he was put on a clinic in Challenger League, so we know that he can score. Here is, oh my goodness, Dr. Waffles is going to find the fake, and he gets by every single defender.
You know, Austin, we talk about goals that should not go in sometimes. That is a goal that should not go in. But regardless, Dr. Waffles doesn't care. The Bandits don't care. A goal is a goal. And with 30 seconds left, I mean, they have a chance of winning this game too.
Yeah, they really do. And all of a sudden, you had that safety net goal. And boy, Jaegers, did they need it here with 30 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness, Puggles with the read. He is putting on a clinic.
The man is ridiculous. 4 for 4 shooting accuracy. Anything this man touches turns to gold, it seems like. And like the second the Bandits think they had a little bit of life in this one, Puggles just takes it right away.
Such a huge player, and with the way he's been performing recently, Jaegers making an all-star team and scoring everything in existence. What? He may be looking for an MVP and trying to lead his team to a division championship right now.
5 goals in a game? That is ridiculous, Austin. 5 for 5 shooting. The man's like, what great Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% shots you don't take. But we never say anything about hitting every shot you take.
that is very true. And Puggles, I mean, he has done that. I mean, what an impressive performance here. It is a game 2, but he is willing his team to this victory, and an impressive performance from the Vipers, who battle back off the back of Puggles. And I mean, just what a game from him. Definitely, he put the team on his back.
Oh my goodness. No, like, I don't know. Whenever the Vipers had lost Josh, a lot of people were kind of writing them off. But I mean, the way this team is playing and the way Puggles is playing right now, 5 for 5, shooting at 800 points. I mean, this team is looking like contenders, Austin.
I mean, they really are, and I mean, there's a reason they just kept winning. I think Jaegers, what'd you say? It was 9 of their last 10, or 8 of their last 9, or
8 of
something.
their last name, their one loss being right in the middle to Origin.
Yeah, so I mean, they have been performing here, and I mean, you can see why with this roster. I mean, Puggles and Lore put on a show. Scrizzy staying solid in the back there, and now Jaegers. I mean, the momentum purely got to be in their favor after such a dominating performance from Puggles.
Well, I don't know if you noticed, Austin. Redwater's taking like the full minute. He's just talking to his guys, hyping them up. Maybe even getting like a chance for them to catch their breath after that one, because I mean they need to find something after the way the Vipers played. Like the Bandits weren't playing bad, but the Vipers were just on a whole nother level that game too.
Yeah, they really were. I mean, the demo's pretty much about the same, but the shot total, I mean, just going up there, and you can't discount Jaegers when Puggles is shooting 5 for 5. If you have a person who's gonna shoot 5 for 5 Jaegers, I mean, I would venture to say you probably lose that. You probably never lose that series. Maybe like a 0.01% chance you lose that game there. Because I mean that's just such a dominating performance as the Bandits are going to get started early in 10 seconds.
And I mean the extended break working out phenomenally for the Bandits as I mean Redwater hits out the ceiling. Dr. Waffle sticking around a little bit longer than usual and just putting that one in the back of the net. And I mean 10 seconds in after a 6-3 loss, that is how you want to answer. But I mean, like we saw in game 2, Austin Puggles, the man's just ridiculous.
Yeah, he really is, and I mean, Jaegers. Some days, just everything is working for you, and I mean, I think that goal right there is just a perfect example. A kickoff goal for Puggles just goes in the back of the net.
Absolutely. Like I said, Austin, everything this man touches turns to gold. And even if it's on kickoffs, almost gets an assist there if it wasn't hit away by one of the Bandits. But, oh, hold on.
Oh no, he's going
Go
off,
away.
Jaegers. He is going off. That is 7 shots in a row and 7 goals in a row.
Oh, oh, what is that? like I can't even like this man Puggles is having a night right now. I'm not sure how he did earlier this week, Austin, but I'm not with a performance like this. I'm not sure it matters. This man is going for Player of the Week.
Yeah, he really is, and a win over their division rivals to take the lead in their division. I mean, that would just be icing on the cake. And Puggles trying to do everything in his power to make that happen. As this one towards the net, but boomed away. Dr. Waffles on this one lower, and Scrizzy getting a little bit dangerous there. But Scrizzy gonna take control and send it off to the side. Dr. Waffles up, and it's been it's been a chaotic. It's only been a minute into this game, but it feels like it's been a chaotic minute here as 3 goals have been scored in pretty rapid succession.
I mean, it feels like it's been 3 minutes. It's one of those games after like only a minute. You're like, wait, it's only been a minute. I thought the game was almost over. But I mean, the way these two teams are playing, they're just showcasing their offensive firepower, and it's just a very exciting series to watch.
Yeah, it really is, and all these guys trying to put on a clinic, and they know how crucial this series is for them. Is this shot just going to go a little bit wide? Not quite meant to be, as here comes Scrizzy off the backboard. Lower waiting it out as a huge demo comes through.
Oh.
A read there, nice little read off the wall, but not quite going to go. And now Dr. Waffles is trying to clear it out. There's Redwater on the 50. This one's sent back in, and things dying down maybe a little bit. Bandits trying to put some pressure on. Lower, banging it down. Here comes Scrizzy for the redirect, but Dr. Waffles on the goal line. Gonna make the huge save. And now we're approaching the halfway point. Things, Jaegers, again, dying down a little bit. I think both these teams kind of trying to find a groove in this crucial game number 3.
No, it's definitely slowing down, but I think we were just lucky enough to see that offensive display in the first minute. That was kind of a bit of an anomaly, as these two teams are pretty well matched, and Usually their defense is pretty solid. Um, but yeah, no, it looks like neither of these teams wants to lose game number 3, and they're taking extensive measures to do so. With that nice shot by Frosty, put in the back of the net, 2s across the board.
Yeah, 2-2 for these guys with 2:02 remaining in game number 3. Lore, he's trying to get off the backboard, but just not quite on target. And the Bandits finally find an answer in this one. And with 2 minutes remaining, the Jaegers now at the tie ball game. This is definitely anyone's game and such a pivotal one in this series.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, neither team really wants a mistake. I mean, oh, you know.
Jordan poking in front of the net, that was almost a mistake, and the pressure is still on, but the Jaegers, they do survive as you were trying to call them out. No one wants to make a mistake. The Vipers almost did, but they were able to recover.
Yeah, no, I was just at a loss of words because I didn't want to jinx them. I didn't want to caster's curse anybody. Never a good look. But, like, this Vipers team able to make do with what they were given. And, I mean, both teams taking extensive measures not to get scored on, trying not to lose this pivotal game 3. Because, I mean, it's a battle after that. It's really tough going uphill, trying to win 2 games in a row, especially against a team as good as either of these two.
Yeah, both these guys know with them both being 11-4, every goal is crucial. Captain Waffles putting in a big one there, capitalize on the mistake, and the Bandits take the lead.
Dr. Waffles just with pristine placement, hitting it bottom right, and Puggles not quite able to make it back in time.
Now we are down to it. Final 55 seconds of game number 3. And the Vipers are going to have to try to battle back, as they have done in this series. Here is Lore on the dribble, looking to flick it, shooting it towards the net, but it's not going to go. This one off the corner. Here comes Strizzy for the read, but it's denied away. And in the final 30 seconds, I'm trying to call Puggles' name right here, Jaegers. We haven't really seen any shots from him. But as the time's ticking down, I'm wanting to see something from Puggles. And here is the man putting it on net, but it's saved away on the goal line. As this ball popped up for the Vipers, trying to put it on target. It's still floating, but it's not going to go. As now we're down to the final 10 seconds. Another ball in midfield. It's denied away. One more attack maybe for the Vipers. This one off the corner, blocked out. Do we have a follow? The ball up, but it is going to hit for a second. And Puggles going to take control, but he's going to get dumped out into the own net for the dagger. And that is how game number 3 ends for the Bandits.
I mean, it's a 2-goal game, but I mean, it was close all the way through. Puggles trying to keep it up, and Redwater just punishing him for it. And I mean, the Bandits going to take this pivotal game 3, 1 game away from winning this series and putting themselves at the lead of this division.
A win will do just that, and if they're able to win the next game, they will hold the tiebreaker over the Vipers. So one more win after that, the rest of the way will lock up the division for them. So a crucial next game, and I mean a big performance. Despite some heroic efforts and attempts from Puggles there again with his shooting, he just. Jaegers, when you're putting on a lot of shots and you're getting that much pressure in a row, sometimes it's hard to keep that going all the way through. And it seemed like after he got his first 2 goals, we didn't see another shot until the last 10 seconds or so.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe Puggles kept in his head that he was trying to keep the streak up, and maybe that miss will help him kind of unleash the beast a little bit. But in this game 4, I do want to see a bit more from Skrizzy. Like, he didn't perform too well, wasn't able to get involved in this. I want to see him step it up because I know he has potential. He almost hit that double tap off the backboard. But I want to see him step it up in this game 4 for the Vipers.
Definitely the one to look forward to. I mean, we've seen Puggles, his expert shooting, and we've seen how mechanical Lore can be. And if Skrizzy can have a big performance here in game number 4, it could just will his team to a game number 5 in the battle for the Mountain Division in the Prospect League. And really, Jaegers, it's obviously a crucial game for both teams, but for the Vipers, you got to be feeling the pressure to come out and perform and hopefully strike early.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, like playoffs, there's still gonna be the fifth seed. Oh, there's still gotta be the fifth seed if they lose their record is good enough. But you always want to be that division winner. It's just that little lanyap at that icing at the top of the cake. And you know, it's just makes everything sweeter.
Really does, and you can kind of assert dominance, if you will, Jaegers, on your division mates and other teams in the playoffs if you're catching them, and they know that you're a division winner. That can really kind of give you at least the edge, maybe mentally, if not in game, just knowing that, hey, you're the better team, you've clinched the division, you've played well all season, and especially Jaegers to pull this off at the end of the season, these divisional matches to clinch the division. I mean, that would just be huge momentum heading into the playoffs.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you already won something. You got a taste of it. Now go for that chip after that, and that's always the thing. I mean, there's some people I don't feel like they put too much stock in divisions. They're just trying to get a better seed for playoffs. But I mean, there are some really good rivalries in this league, and I mean, both these teams, the Mountain Division, it's always been competitive.
Yeah, and Vipers, they've been a mainstay Nemesis since way back in Season 1, as they've had multiple deep playoff runs, so these guys have been around. The Bandits relatively new, but with the way these divisions have worked out, the Bandits have been a great team in prospect as well, and it's kind of good to see the Vipers maybe getting back to their prowess a little bit here, but they've got to get back to their prowess here in this series as they find themselves down, but 2 minutes gone by, and no one able to crack the back of the net yet. The Vipers hoping to send us to a Game 5 on this crazy map called Forbidden Temple, which has been surprisingly tame here in the first couple of minutes. You don't really expect that. You're usually Forbidden Temple a little bit chaotic, but so far for these two teams, things as we're past the halfway point, things have been pretty pedestrian.
Well, if there's one thing I know about Forbidden Temple, she shows up at the craziest times. Expect some last-second heroics or maybe a few whiffs that you probably shouldn't see. But I mean, so far, Austin, you're correct. This has been a relatively tame game, at least by Forbidden Temple standards. Could see a shot there as Lore puts one in the back of the net for the lead in Game 4.
Lord, just a huge shot. This one bounces up off the backboard. He has the net to shoot at, and he is not going to miss it. And a huge first goal there, Jaegers, as the Bandits were caught sleeping a little bit in net.
Absolutely. I mean, we always say the team that scores first usually has the advantage, and could definitely be the case here as Lore's going to put yet another one in the back of the net, going to double their score. And I mean, Lore wants to go to Game 5. He is doing whatever he can to send his team to Game 5 because he wants this division.
He wants this division badly. I mean, we saw that huge performance from Puggles earlier in Game 2 with that 5-for-5 shooting, and now Lore looking to see if he can add his name to this record book in this series and send his team all the way as Puggles a shot towards it. A double commit again for the Bandits. Here comes Scrizzy off the backboard, but not quite going to go. This one flicked down by Redwater, and a pinch going towards the net. Very reminiscent of that Origin pinch from seasons ago, but not enough power as this ball pops up. And a minute 30, Jaegers, the Bandits, they have had so many double commits, it seems, in the last half of the game. After we talked about Forbidden Temple, being tame, there was just double commits galore.
Yeah, no, I mean, this Bandits team seems very off and on right now. They only have 2 shots to their name. I mean, they need to do more than that if they want to win this series, let alone this game. Because this Vipers team is just firing on all cylinders at the moment.
Really are, and with a minute remaining, they are looking for the Game 5 with the Bandits. Can they stave it off? Here is Redwater. He's going to set it up high. Dr. Waffles for the shot, but it's blocked away.
No.
As here comes the shot again. Redwater puts it home, and the Bandits staying alive.
Redwater, the recipient of an unfortunate triple commit. Yes, Scrizzy hit the ball, but no one was home to defend the net, and Redwater takes those every single day of the week.
Yeah, you don't get a more ideal scenario than that for Redwater. Is he found the back of the net and
Oh,
Lore. Oh my goodness, Lore
oh
off the
my!
backboard. He was trying to go crazy there with the mechanics, but it's denied. And now the Bandits have brought some life into this situation. And with 30 seconds remaining, can they do it? Can they force overtime or possibly even win in regulation? They're back in the attack here. Here is Dr. Waffles off the backboard. Ball is up in the midfield, but Lore with a nice clear. It's sent back. Here is Redwater. Off to the side, Scrizzy. He's going to clear it back. The Bandits may have one more opportunity. So we're down to the 10-second countdown. This ball in the corner. Popped up. Here is Redwater. Looking in the midfield for Frosty, but a little bit too far. The Vipers diving in on this one. This ball is up, and it is down. The Vipers take game 4, Jaegers. And in a back-to-back series on this stream, we have a game 5.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better series, Austin. I mean, we did almost have a little bit of shenanigans in the last seconds on Forbidden Temple, but the Vipers were able to fight their way back. And I mean, we're seeing pretty much another showing, deja vu. You know, the Bandits are seeing deja vu back whenever they lost in Game 5 to the Vipers. I believe that was Game 7 of the season. And the Vipers have yet another chance to stake their dominance, winning in 5 games. But the Bandits also looking to take this one.
Yeah, they really are. And Jaegers, this may be of no importance whatsoever, but I don't think the Bandits have gotten a single demo this entire series. They at least the last 3 games they haven't got a single demo.
They pretty sure they definitely did, Austin. That ridiculous demo Dr. Waffles had
It's true.
on the Vipers player that caught both of us off guard. I do know that one was there just because I almost fell out of my chair.
That's actually a great point there. That one was definitely an insane demo. So apologies for forgetting that one. It's been a little bit crazy up here, but I mean that's just going to show you, Jaegers. This series has been insane, and it all is going to come down to one more game to see who's going to take this division.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, both teams won it. Let's see how the Bandits bounce back after that one. Didn't really have much of an offensive performance. But so far, they seem to be staying on the Vipers' half. Maybe getting a little bit more aggressive, realizing the significance of this game. Just taking more shots. But, I mean, I could see this one going either way, Austin.
Yeah, it really could, and the tensions are high in this one. Vipers, they won the last time these guys went to a game 5, and with the division on the line, both these teams at 11-4. It does not get any spicier, and we've already have a minute gone by. No one on the board, but whoever strikes first surely going to be in a great position in this one. How far will we go scoreless? There's a demo coming out as talking about no demos, and they said, yeah, we can demo, all right. As they find that one in a double commit. That ball may have been in the net, but a huge save, and a minute and a half gone by. Jaeger still 0-0 across.
I mean, only 3 shots in the game completely lost, and both these teams are playing relatively conservative. Not really wanting to send their third man as much, I find. Playing a deep third. But, I mean, I'm looking within the next minute or so for the scoring to open up.
Yeah, it's gotta with the way this series has gone. Is Dr. Waffles back passing right into his teammate's car. A little bit dangerous, but it worked out for them as we are still scoreless past 2 minutes into game 5. The division on the line for these two teams. This ball stopped in the midfield. Buggles gonna pop it up. It's going back towards the Bandits net though. Here comes Buggles again. He's gonna get it by one of the defenders, but also by his teammate, and that is gonna leave Scrizzy in a dangerous spot. Dr. Waffles is hunting him down, but Lore is gonna be there to clear it out as halfway, still looking for the first goal. This one is the defenses are ratcheting up.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about maybe it going in the first minute, but I mean, I could see this game going 0-0 into OT the way these two teams have been playing defensive-wise. Neither team giving an inch. But that being said, the first goal of this game 5 could very well be the last, as Frosty puts it in the back of the net, putting his team in great position to take this division lead.
They got a vengeance, Jaegers. They got a vengeance. They said we can demo. Dr. Waffles putting on the demo on the last man as they put in that goal. And I mean, just a huge goal for the Bandits. With 2 minutes remaining, they have taken the lead and they are hungry to find this division.
Absolutely, and the Bandits scoring at the right time with the 1 minute 55 seconds left. Like, it's definitely doable for the Vipers, but they need to get started now. And they need to pick up the pressure. Scrizzy putting a shot on target, going for the double tap, and able to hit it on target. But Puggles could have a free shot here, unable to get the touch he wanted. And with 1 minute 30 seconds left, this Vipers team is doing whatever they can to put it in the back of the net.
They're trying to put on this pressure, and still, I'm wanting to see more from Puggles. He's actually got 4 shots in this game, which is impressive, but he just hasn't been able to put it back in the back of the net. We've seen him just peek on the Bandits earlier. But can he do it here, or can one of the other Vipers players step up? Or is it maybe just the Bandits' night here? Is a bump on spawn? It's going to be a little bit unfortunate, but down to the final 60 seconds, Jaegers. The Vipers, they just got to ratchet up this offense and try to get something going towards the other end.
I mean, it's a little too late as Waffles puts one in the back of the net, which could be the death knell for this Vipers team. And, I mean, they need to score like with an average of 25 seconds apart if they want to take this one back.
Yeah, the time is not in their favor, as that was a huge goal for the Bandits as they're looking for this division. And Puggles trying to bring his team back here as they send in the zone, but the save going to clear it away, and every second is crucial. And this one banging back, Puggles looking to keep it in off the sidewall, but it's popped up. The Bandits wasting away time. Dr. Waffles off the backboard as the clear comes through, and final 30 seconds, they need 2, but most importantly, they need 1 with time remaining. As this one is up, Lord trying to find the read, but he can't. Redwater in the midfield, sending it towards the middle. As Frosty gonna find a touch, this ball pops up. The Vipers, desperation time. As Scrizzy, he's gonna bang it down. Lord trying to get to it, a 50 comes through, but it's going the wrong way. And as the time ticks down, Puggles has no boost. This could just do it unless there's a miracle pinch of some sort, but it's not going to be Jaegers. The Bandits hold strong in Game 5, and they are going to take the division lead with a huge victory.
It's a very impressive showing by both teams. But, I mean, the Bandits came out on top in this one with a defensive display. Like, some of the games, they looked a little sketchy. But in the end, we're able to pull it out. And, I mean, just a great showing by both these teams, Austin.
Really was. I mean, what more could you ask for from these guys? Jaegers battling for the division, and I mean, Bandits, they take this one, getting revenge for their earlier misfortunes. So, I mean, just a huge win. I don't know exactly what the tiebreaker is going to be after that, because right now it's 1-1 and then it's 5-5 because both these games went to Game 5. But I do know, Jaegers, that the Bandits moving to 12-4. They have the 1-match lead in the division, so anything's possible. They pretty much control their own destiny now, going the rest of the way.
Absolutely. I mean, if they win out, they could definitely. Well, they will. They'll just win the division. All they have to do is win these last 2 games.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Vipers hoping the Bandits do lose one, and then from there it gets a little sketchy.
Yeah, it does. But I mean, a great series here, another Game 5 as the division matches are back here. I know everyone's excited, and we are too for that great one. But that is going to do it for this match. We got to give a couple quick shout outs. Krippus gifted another sub. He gifted 2 earlier, so shout out to him for another gifted. And if you guys haven't, check out the Nemesis merch. The link is down below. We got a lot of cool stuff in the store, so make sure you guys check it out. But we're going to be heading to a short break, and then we have another banger matchup as Gladiators take on Velocity, a battle for the final play in spot. It should be a good one, so stick around, and we'll see you guys in a little bit.